And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Monday, November 11th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Here we are on the 11th day of November. It's known as Veterans Day. We're going to be talking about that later on this morning. But, of course, each Monday at this time, we start off talking about Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main in Lebanon. And we've got Ryan Cornwell this morning. Ryan, good morning.
Morning.
Nice to see you again. Each time you come here, I get to know you a little better. You haven't been at Absolute Kubota all that long, but did you start out in sales?
No, when I started at Absolute Kubota, I started in sales there, yes, sir, but I was a teacher long before that. So I was a teacher here at Lebanon High School.
Well, we've talked a little bit about that, I remember now that you mention it, but when you're teaching, you are... Well, let's say sales is teaching too. That's where it was going. You're teaching people about the product you're trying to sell them and the advantages of one over the other and this sort of thing.
Right, and that's something cool you're going to get by choosing the local dealership like us at Absolute is when you come in and if you're unsure of maybe kind of what your equipment needs are, we can kind of help you figure that out and kind of show you, some benefits of this piece of equipment versus the other, kind of walk you through how to use that equipment and really just take advantage of it for your property.
Do you deal with a lot of people who who have small farms, small acreage, and mostly take care of it by themselves?
Yeah, we do. And it's pretty interesting, over the past 10 to 15 years, just how the landscape has changed in the general, Lebanon area. You've gone from these, big century family farms to now they're kind of getting, broken down into smaller pieces of land. So now you're having a lot of those 5 to 10 acre farm and landowners pop up, whereas used to, it was like hundreds and hundreds of acres and big farms. But now you're having a lot of people who are needing equipment to manage those 5 to 10 acre plots. I mean, we've got a lot of options to help you do that.
And a lot of equipment is pretty much geared, I think, for a one-person operation. Is that not right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Everything from our RTVs to our tractors, even skid steers, everything is one-man operation, and you can get a lot of work done with them.
Well, you have to come by and see it. I usually start out mentioning the Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, RTVs. You already mentioned some of them. And, of course, you have those Exmark zero-turn mowers. There's just a lot to see. And even if you just pass by 1506 West Main and look over that way, you're going to see a lot. But you have a lot full of equipment.
We do, yeah, and it's been really nice, since COVID. Just kind of just seeing the inventory build up is great. We've got a lot full of everything. We've got small tractors, our L Series, which is great for that 5 to 10 acre, landowner we were just talking about. We've got some great deals right now on RTVs. In fact, our gas RTVs that Kubota makes, even the engine of them, they're $2,000 cash rebate right now. Or you can choose 0% financing for 54 months. We've got other RTVs that are 0 for 60 months. So we've got some really great deals on them right now.
And I guess part of your job as a salesman there is to find out a little bit about the person you're talking to, whether they want to finance or whether they want to just pay it off in one lump sum. But you've really got a deal for just about everybody.
We do, yeah, and that's one of the cool parts about my job is I get to talk to people and kind of figure out what their needs are and help them get the equipment that best suits them. But yeah, we've got whether you're wanting to finance and kind of leave your money invested and use Kubota's money, we can do that. Or if you want a cash rebate, then we can definitely do that too and save you some money in the long run.
What's the longest period of time on anything you've got that you can go? 72 months?
Well, we can actually go 84. Our L Series tractors right now, you've got 0% financing for 84 months, and those tractors run all the way up to 48 horsepower. So we've got 25 to 48 horsepower range. We can do 0% financing for 84 months on those things.
How long did it take you to get accustomed to what's available? And because you talk pretty expertly about this, you know it now.
Oh yeah, I do. It took a little bit. We grew up running Kubotas on our farm over in Hartsville. That's where I grew up. So I kind of knew, the background of Kubota and the quality of the product and how to operate them. But Kubota offers a lot. We have a pretty extensive product line with tractors and then the construction equipment as well. There's a lot to learn and a lot that we offer. But it took a little while to kind of get all your bearings. But once you got it, it's pretty cool. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, we hope you'll listen to Ryan and come by and see him and the other people at Absolute Kubota there on West Main. You can go to the website though. You have a good website. You have a lot of information available at www.absolutekubota.com.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, of course, you're still open, I believe, till Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Open on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. Of course, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And right now, for a little over half of this month, Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon. Then you'll be closed until next spring on Saturdays.
Yep. Still open Monday to Friday, but we'll be shutting down Saturdays after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, thanks for being with us today. Have a good one, and we'll see you or somebody next week. And again, we'll talk about Absolute Kubota.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we're 10 minutes after the hour, and I have a trio of people here today. I think we're going to be talking Veterans Day and other things pertaining to the subject. But when I tell you the three people that are surrounding me this morning, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. First of all, we have Colonel Jerry McFarland to my left here this morning, and Jerry, you've been with us a little bit here lately. It's nice to see you again, and appreciate the information that you're giving me here this morning as well. Good morning to you.
Morning to you, Coleman. How are you, sir?
All right, I'm doing well. We have Bill Moss with us this morning. Bill,
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Nice to be seen.
You've been doing a lot as far as veterans, and all since you retired from your school job.
Yes, sir. Sure have, and enjoyed it.
And we have Terry Ash, former sheriff, and I don't know, a former county commissioner. I don't know what his title is now, but Terry, it's always good to have you with us.
Sounds like I can't hold a job.
Well, I think you could have two or three.
When'd
if
you get
wanted.
these rolling chairs, man? This is
Talk to Susie about that. I don't make purchases. I'm not in purchasing.
nice chair.
Huh?
Good chair.
Yeah. Oh, we're a number one. We're in a perfect place here. The lighting is wonderful. It's warm. It's not too warm. It's cozy.
The only thing you need is some good interviewees, don't you?
It's Veterans Day, and what are we doing for Veterans Day? Bill, are you pretty much in charge of that?
Yes, sir. I'm fortunate enough to be the one that's kind of ramrodding it right now, and we've got a parade that'll start at 10 o'clock, leaving from the library, going up West Main and ending at Veterans Plaza at 11, and then at 11 o'clock we've got the program. So, and we've got a man that's in charge of the VA, all from Alabama to Kentucky. And he's in charge of all the VAs, hospitals and those kinds of things, clinics, and Mr. Ducker. So we're excited about him speaking today. Of course, we've got bands, and we've got JROTC units, and we've got 34 different people groups that are going to participate in the parade. So we're excited about that.
You've been the one pretty much responsible for getting all this organized and set up and going?
Yes, sir. But I've got a great crew of people that work with me. I've got two people, Terry Fuquay and Tom Gordon, that are going to be down ramrodding the parade and getting it lined up and settled out. And then I'm going to be the MC. And, of course, you got to understand that there's 5 different groups that work on this. You got the American Legion from Lebanon and the American Legion from Mount Juliet. You got the VVA, the AVVA, and, of course, the VFW, and Wilson Warriors. All 5 groups are working together to promote veterans so that we all remember what they did.
We have had a Veterans Day parade and celebration and speaker and all of this for quite some time. It probably goes back to maybe the late 80s, I'm thinking at least.
Well, I was told when I went through my notes this week, I found out that this is the 33rd program that we've done since they reinstated it back. Don Fox and Jim Hendrickson, and Bernie Ash. They all got it started back up, and because it hadn't been happening in a while, and we're just excited to have it. So it's kind of a tradition here.
I think everybody looks forward to this. You mentioned some bands. You got some high school bands going to be playing?
I've got 4 of the 5 high school bands that have committed to be with us. One band had already committed to do something in Mount Juliet. So Green Hill High School, they're going to be participating down there. And I've got a middle school. Gladeville Middle School is going to participate. And like I said, all 4 JRTC units.
Well, I don't know how many parents can come and see their children march in the parade, but a lot of them like to if they can, and that probably increases attendance along the way a little bit.
And the Cub Scouts. The Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts are really participating. And this year we've got a Cub Scout, Boy Scout troop that are going to lead the parade up. So that's something new we're going to try. And then next year it'll be JRTC units will go through it and lead the parade up. And we just think that that's an added advantage. And plus it gets people out.
Right. Well, we're already time for a break here, but a little extra time here spent this morning about the parade beginning at 10 o'clock from the library and coming across the square and to the Veterans Plaza and disbanding, and then that's when your program starts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have more with Bill Moss, Jerry McFarland, and Terry Ash coming up in a moment here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota, premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Just a couple of accidents out here right now. Traffic's moving for the most part on all the major inbound routes. It's trying to get a little bit heavy with some volume on 24 coming up through Antioch, westbound here at Harding Place. All that traffic normally would be heavy coming out of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County right now, but today a lot of folks are off. Traffic still looks good down 65 through Millersville, working your way down from the north. Whether you need a new roof repair, roof inspection, call Independent Roofing Specialists today. Check out irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 72 months, plus save up to $1,300. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main, Lebanon.
What do you do when you wake up to find a leak at your house? What about that toilet that won't flush or water heater that won't heat? Don't worry about it. Call us at Steve Moll Plumbing and we will be there with one of our highly trained and professional plumbers to take care of whatever your issues may be. When you call us at 615-449-5019, you will still get one of the family as our local management continues for another generation. Trust us with your job and see the family difference at Steve Moll Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 40 years.
Hey, this is Dr. Derek Gregory, and I'm proud to announce to you the opening of our brand new dental practice, Gregory Dental Group, at 1746 West Main Street, just across the road from Sports Village. Come experience modern dentistry at its best. We're always welcoming new patients, and I truly look forward to taking the best care of all your dental needs. Come by or call us today.
That's Gregory Dental Group, 615-444-0322, or online at myLebanonTNDentist.com. Gregory Dental Group, compassion, knowledge, skill.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
As we continue here on this Monday morning, thanks for joining us. And if you just turned our way, thank you so much. Terry Ash, Jerry McFarland, Bill Moss are with us this morning. We talked about the parade with Bill, who's in charge of it, Bill Moss. And you have been for a few years now, right?
Yes, sir. This is the 4th year that the VFW's been responsible for the parade. So, and we've enjoyed it. So,
yeah. Well, just to recap that real quickly here, it'll start promptly at 10 o'clock over to the library, come across the square and east to the courthouse, disassemble there at the Veterans Plaza, and then the program begins. So all that today, which is pretty much the way it's been for quite some time. There are some other things we want to talk about this morning, and I don't know which one of y'all want to go first. Jerry?
Well, Coleman, I think in light of the fact that it is 11/11, we need to remember that 107, 8 years ago, World War I came to an end. It was called Armistice Day first, and then it later became Veterans Day, and it was the war to end all wars, and it didn't end all wars.
Right.
We're still in conflicts worldwide. We need to pray for our soldiers. We need to keep a little bit of humility and solemn thoughts about what is going on around the world, and it's a trying time we're still living in today. And the thing, people don't realize that we lost so many people in that First World War, and not only that, but the Spanish flu broke out during that time. All those from all over the world that went into Europe took the Spanish flu home with them and lost millions and millions of civilians. So it was quite a solemn time. But anyway, we're moving on here in America, and Terry can tell you all about the other activities coming up, and I'll share a little bit about our speaker. Terry?
Well, Coleman, thank you for letting us have some time, and I want to personally thank...
Always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. I want to personally thank Bill for the work he does with the VFW and American Legion. And, of course, Bill sits on our Wilson Warriors board, and so we're, in the last few years, trying to work closer and ever together to make everything we do for veterans on the front burner. And I want to thank those parents who, get these kids up for these bands and get them to the band place and get them on the buses and get them out there. People look forward to the bands, and it's a lot of work for the school system to do that for the parade and get that ready for us. So,
but it does mean so much to the parade.
I think, excuse me, I think it just adds so much to the environment when you see the kids out there participating in any kind of veterans event. I mean, I think that's what it's all about, is educating them and showing them and them learning the respect of, as Jerry was saying, for the sacrifices that have taken place. And we've lost over 1 million servicemen and women, and we've had 12 major conflicts since Betsy Ross stitched that flag, and 100 other separate kind of conflicts in and around those things in our history. So this is this day where we can come out and really show the appreciation for everyone who wore the uniform.
You are involved in some other things I think you want to address this morning.
Well, I think by now, is we were trying to be quiet about it for years, but you kind of like the cat's out of the bag, but we've been responsible, the Wilson Warriors, when I say we, made up of veterans and non-veteran service members and leaders in our community who've been assisting putting the names on the wall up there at the Veterans Plaza. And that's started out being our main focus. Now we're finally getting a lot of names on there. First of all, the cost has gone up, et cetera. So we started this program for veterans who could not afford that $100 to put their name on the wall. So we've been really successful.
Well, let me interrupt here. I think it's what it's been all along. Is there some point?
Well, I think that, it's been 12 years into this process, and it's harder and harder to find vendors who will do that. So if there's a vendor out here listening to us, we would like to entertain the thought of you calling our VSO office and maybe talking to Lindsay or Sabrina up there. It causes us to have a backlog if we can't get someone in to get the name on the wall in the fashion by which we want it done. So, we don't own the wall. The county owns that wall, and we started and we put several thousands of dollars worth of names on there in the beginning. So the price is probably going to go up, hopefully not for the person that's paying it, but that's where we'll come in from behind and try to shore that up. And we're having a breakfast on December the 7th. We all know what December the 7th is. That's Pearl Harbor Day.
Right.
That's on a Saturday. And we're having it at the National Guard Armory, and we're asking people to come. We're veterans can come, and we're not going to charge a veteran for breakfast.
what we are going to be doing there is looking for public support and people to come and support our endeavors. We're helping No Vet Left Behind, which they started the vet office, and that's financially some incentive for people who, and I'm going to say this is the truth, if they need diapers at home or food for the children, or if they get stranded here in Lebanon with no gas. There's 3 people sitting here who've gone down to service stations out of their own credit cards and filled up veterans' cars and bought them meals. There are 8 exits here. Veterans break down all the time on the interstate. They're traveling from one family member to another. You'd be surprised. That's, when you're at 11 o'clock at night, and Bill, I can attest to this, and you got a veteran broke down here, there's not a real strong vetting process, but we do vet those to make sure they're veterans. You can't wait for a purchase order to county to do things. So we've set a system up, thanks to Aaron Maynard and Randall Hutto, where monies that are being raised can go into an account, and they can draw off that account and fill those cars up. And it's heartwarming, because some of these people get pretty destitute, and they served our country, doggone it. And I'm just glad that we're there to help fill the gap in with the VFW and American Legion and Vietnam veterans. We don't ever mention this. I'm a lifetime member of the DAV, Disabled American Veterans Association. They too do a lot of work. They don't do a lot here in Wilson County, but they do quite a bit. So this is on December the 7th.
You have a special speaker for that occasion?
Well, let me say this before you say that, Jerry. Launch. I never can say this, Brother Jim. Don't get on to me. Launch Point Church.
Okay.
Brother Jim Kubik's. Their church has stepped up and helped us, tremendously on this breakfast. And I want to thank them, Launch Point, for what they do. And I'm sorry, Jerry. Go ahead.
Well, that's fine, Terry. Yes, we do have a special speaker coming up, Brigadier General Stephen Turner. I go back to when he was a second lieutenant, and I knew his family and know his family. And just an outstanding young man. He's risen through the ranks. I was looking down here at the bottom. He's got 2 Legion of Merits, 2 Bronze Stars, Meritorious Service Medals 3 times, and that's just his top awards, and it goes on down for a number of other awards. I think he's in Bulgaria today and will be returning very shortly. He is the Assistant Adjutant General for Army and a very distinguished young man that's grown up through the ranks. And he will be speaking to us about veterans' activities, etc. Of course, it is Pearl Harbor Day. We've got to remember that. And
right. So, and that, of course, again, we're getting a little bit ahead of today. Of course, that is on December 7th, and will be to National Guard Armory.
Yes.
Okay.
Just one more thing for veterans. We're going to have a veterans fair. So if you bring your DD-214 and you want to check on your benefits, or you want to check on educational issues or anything at all, we're going to have resources there. Bill has been on the phone. We've been on the phone, getting the right people. Sabrina's been on the phone. And we did that last year. We started it, and it was a big draw for veterans to come in. And if you want to check on a grave marker, whatever you want to do, if you come to that breakfast, we'll have some resource people there, tables set up, and you'll be able to talk with them and get some things done.
And again, that is on December 7th, Saturday, December 7th, National Guard Armory. Now back to today, and we got about 3 minutes here. Bill Moss, kind of in charge of festivities today, but you said this is the 33rd consecutive Veterans Day that we have had a parade and got a lot of people line the streets. I don't know what the weather's going to be.
It's going to be good. Don't even jinx it.
You've got a number of bands who are going to be in the parade. But let's get to your program itself, because that starts about as promptly as we can at 11 o'clock. The 11th day, 11th hour, and all of that.
Yes, sir. We're going to start at 11 o'clock, and it's going to be good. We are requesting that all the veterans wear their dog tags. We found out that if a veteran wears dog tag, that causes somebody to ask a question and interact with the veteran.
Uh-huh.
And that's all we want. We don't want a lot of hoopla or whatever. All we want to do is recognize each other as veterans, and then let the people know that we stepped up and sacrificed so that we'd all be free. I think that's the important issue about today. So,
well, this Veterans Day, of course, as Jerry mentioned earlier, when it first began, it was called Armistice Day.
Oh, yes, sir.
After World War I, but there's quite a number of celebrations over the country today, and we certainly don't leave it out here. But I was wondering, you have a speaker you want to mention this morning?
Well, it's Mr. Ducker. He's responsible for all the VA healthcare facilities from the Alabama line to the Kentucky line. So he's a good guy. He's an Army reservist, retired, and we're excited to have him too because he'll be able to talk about the different healthcare issues that are going on.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, all of that, of course, is today. And Terry,
I want to plug the flags we put down at the park. The Wilson Warriors put the American flags at the park. It's our third year for doing that. We're not selling our flags. Those are just for display and honor our country. They look really great. Really appreciate everybody helped us put them up. Sheriff Bryan helped us put up some of those with people, and it really looks good and encourage people to drive by the park.
All right, we want to thank you for being with us today. Terry Ash, Jerry McFarland, Bill Moss, and we're talking Veterans Day as well as the Veterans Memorial Breakfast on December 7th. But thanks for joining us, but we hope you won't go away. Stay tuned for more right here on FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways, and it's all brought to you by Bates Ford, the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up this crash over here in Two Rivers. It's going to be on Briley Parkway southbound right at Opry Mills Mall. It's not causing a backup at all, but it's here nonetheless. Traffic volume still looks good where it normally would be heavy right now on 24 coming westbound, passing 840, leaving Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, headed towards Bell Road into Antioch. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken has new items on the menu. They're also catering this holiday season. Check out that menu today. Order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Vincent Lenning, owner of Birdine Supply. At Birdine Supply, we carry plumbing and electrical supplies for commercial and residential. Whether you're repairing an existing system or building new from the ground up, our knowledgeable staff will help you by trying to answer any questions you may have. Birdine Supply also carries Orca brand coolers and cups for your outdoor needs. Call 615-453-9222 or stop by 6966 Lebanon Road, just a quarter mile west of Highway 109.
Open 7 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, Birdine Supply.
Need a venue for your next corporate training, meeting, luncheon, or customer appreciation event? These are just a few of the event options that the Farm Bureau Expo Center can accommodate within its 79,000 square feet of adaptable event space. The Farm Bureau Expo Center offers unparalleled versatility for corporate events in Wilson County. Come on by and check us out. For booking details as well as upcoming events, visit farmbureauexpo.com or find us on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Farm Bureau Expo.
Mount Juliet Plumbing is the company to call it. Mount Juliet Plumbing, we can fix it all. If you have a plumbing problem and you're needing it solved, call Mount Juliet Plumbing today. We will fix it right the Mount Juliet Plumbing way. We tackle all your plumbing problems. Call the Singing Plumber right now. Give us a call today over at Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection at 615-733-5665.
Hi, this is Jack Partlow with Partlow Funeral Chapel. Have you considered making your final wishes known? At Partlow Funeral Chapel, we understand the importance of planning ahead. Call us today to set up an appointment and receive your free funeral planning guide. We'll walk you through every step, ensuring your wishes are honored and giving you and your family peace of mind. Partlow Funeral Chapel, caring for you and your family now and always. Call 615-444-7007 or visit us at partlowchapel.com.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
We'll have partly cloudy skies for today. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. Mostly clear tonight. Lows in the lower 40s. And then partly cloudy and cooler on Tuesday. Highs in the lower 60s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your severe view forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
We continue here for a Monday morning. Welcome to part 2 of Coleman and Company. Each Monday on part 2, we start out talking about the Farm Bureau Expo Center, and Gail Hellam is here nearly all the time. She's right with us this morning, the Director of Marketing and Events. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Your weekend good?
It was good. It was good.
Well, I say sometimes, and a little bit with tongue in cheek, but not necessarily, is no bad weekend. Some are better than others.
That's very true. That's very true.
We all look forward to a little rest and a little different routine for the weekend.
Yeah, I find mine is more about getting stuff done that I couldn't get done during the week.
Well, of course, as Director of Marketing Events, you do come here each Monday and with your smile, kind of get us off to a great start. So what you got to tell us today?
Well, we've been busy. That's not anything new, but we just wrapped up Music City Comic-Con, and that was a great event, and we were glad to have them there. And now we're going to spend the next 2 weekends doing cheerleading events. Mm-hmm. So there'll be lots of kids and lots of activity and traffic going on and off the ag grounds. So there'll be Lebanon Police Department out there directing traffic, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I know that at the Fair Appreciation Dinner the other night, Randall Clemens did say something about, just alluded to work being done on some of the roads and some plans that the State Department of Transportation, TDOT, has for the future. And I guess things are not going to exactly stay the same, but anytime you change like that and change the roads, change traffic patterns and whatever, it takes a while.
It does. Yeah. It takes, people inherently don't like change, and people have to learn new habits and have to also go through the process of the construction or the changes, and that's tough too. So
you and I both know that the older you get, the more difficult it is to change, and the more resistant you are to it. If you don't know it, I do.
Well, I would have to say that's true, but I like to look forward and see the opportunities that are there. That's one of the things that I've always loved to do and brainstorm with people on how we can make things better. So I'm usually okay with change to some degree. It kind of depends on what the change is.
There you go.
But we're doing our part to try to make sure that we are working with the Lebanon Police Department, making sure that, if we have a large event, the traffic flow, that we are participating and trying to support that, because we realize that, it can be an encumbrance for people traveling up and down Sparta Pike. Mm-hmm. And, they may or may not know what's going on at the expo, so they may or may not know, what to anticipate. So, and to that point, we have now on our website, thefarmbureauexpo.com, at the bottom of the calendar page, you can actually click and add that calendar to your own calendar, so you do know what's going on. So if you ever have a question, you can always go to farmbureauexpo.com and check out what's on the schedule.
And maybe anticipate heavy traffic there. And
Correct. Okay. Yeah. And that was one of the reasons that we made sure that was possible. So you don't have to contact me and get a special link or anything like that. It's right there on the website.
All right, time is running out here. What any events you want to mention specifically this morning?
Well, I know like this coming Saturday, we've got some smaller events this week, and then we have Sips and Sounds is going to be at the Expo on Friday, and Saturday we have cheerleading going to be in the Expo, and then the next week we've got some private events, a couple state-based events, and then we've got cheerleading for 2 days on the weekend. Then we go to pickleball, so big shift, you know, cheerleading, pickleball, and then of course we have Mistletoe Merchants that'll start off December.
As far as Thanksgiving goes, is that pretty quiet? You got a lot Thanksgiving weekend? Or?
Well, we've got pickleball Thanksgiving weekend after Thanksgiving, so it's quiet. The staff will get Thanksgiving off, but right Saturday. We've got pickleball.
Well, we don't always wait right until the Monday before the event to mention it. It's always good to get out ahead of time a little bit, but then you have 2 or 3 times to mention it, maybe.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, have a good one, and hopefully we'll see you next Monday.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Gail Hallam, the Director of Marketing Events for the Farm Bureau Expo Center. That takes us to 21 before the hour, and this is the second Monday of the month. That means it's time to introduce Ed Kelly, the singing plumber. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman. How you been?
I've been fine. It's good to see you. How you been?
I'm doing great. You know, I want to tip my hat to all the veterans. Since it is Veterans Day, you know, we appreciate all that y'all have done for this country. And, you know, I never got a chance to serve. My mom talked me out of it a couple of times. I almost joined the Marines at one point, the Navy at one point, then the Army. And my mom talked me out of it every time. So
if you had become a Marine, how much would that have changed your life? You ever think about something like that?
It probably would have spared me from some of the trouble I got, some of the dumb stuff I got involved in when I was young.
Oh.
But, I mean, it would have probably changed my life quite a bit, but you never know. I mean, I might not have made it through, was it
basic
Iraq or whatever,
oh,
you know?
okay.
No,
Yeah,
I would have made it through basic training, no
okay.
doubt.
All right. Some of the places they might have sent you.
Do you know when?
You of course have Mount Juliet, the Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection. That's your business at www.mountjulietplumber.com. But you are also a songwriter and singer, and you have another website, www.edkellymusic.com. And we get around to exposing people to all of that each Monday when you come here. You written anything new lately?
I have not. The last song I wrote was about a month ago called I Can't Do This Alone.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to
play that for us.
Yeah, and I think we're going to play that again today so that everybody can hear that. And we're also going to play the Blame Donald Trump song. And I'm so thankful that he won. I think that the Blame Donald Trump era is over. At least they might still blame him, but we all know that it's not working anymore.
Well, it's I've thought of a number of people after we knew the results of the election, and I hadn't really thought all that much about you, but seeing you this morning, I can now imagine how elated you were even Tuesday night when if we stayed up a little late, we found out pretty sure before midnight that Donald Trump had been elected president, and that sure made your day, no doubt.
Absolutely, and I had planned on taking Wednesday off, but we were too busy. We were actually fixing a slab leak, and so I didn't get to take the day off. But we celebrated while we were at work. Let's just say it that way.
Well, since we need to go to a break in about 2 or 3 minutes, why don't we just talk a little bit about your plumbing? And I mean, one of the things that you seem to specialize in, you and I have talked a little bit about this after the program a time or two, the way that you have the equipment for and have learned to do leak detection. That's kind of one of your specialties, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we just fixed some leaks for a fella here in Lebanon last week, and he had 1,600 feet of water line. And it wasn't an easy ordeal to find and repair his leaks. But
it's almost a quarter mile. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, but we got it done. It took us about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it took us 2 days, but we finally accomplished our goal of fixing his leaks.
Well, not to. I don't know if you've got any secrets about this, but not to expose those necessarily. But why are you good at or feel comfortable in promoting the work you do for leak detection?
Well, we have the equipment, and then we have the experience.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's what puts us above everyone else. The experience and the equipment. Without the equipment, we wouldn't be very good, and without the experience, we wouldn't be very good.
How does that equipment? What do you have?
That equipment gives us. It doesn't always take us directly to the leak, but it gives us an idea of where to go.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so, in a lot of cases, it does take us directly to the leak, so we know where the leak is. Absolutely. And then in cases like this, where there were 1,600 feet, it kind of took us to the direction we needed to go. Mm-hmm. And then that's where the experience kicks in on all this too, knowing what to do and how to do it and what steps to take.
But finding the leak quickly is what you want to do. I mean, you don't
right. The quicker you get to the leak, the cheaper the job is going to be for the customer. And that's why we can honestly say we're better than anybody else at this in the area because of our experience. Mm-hmm. And other people might be able to find the leak, but it might take them 2 or 3 times longer, which is going to cost 2 or 3 times more.
And
even if they're a little cheaper than us on price, it's still going to cost more because they're not as good as us at doing what we are good at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and as far as once you find the leak, they're usually fixed about the same way. I mean, everybody pretty much repair leaks the same way once you find the leak. Or
there's different methods of doing it, but we have our way, and we've found that works.
Yeah.
That's a good method to do.
Okay, let's just tell everybody if you have a leak problem and you want Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection to take a look, give Ed Kelly a call, 615-733-5665, 733-5665 for Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection. All right, we will get into the songwriting aspect of what you do. When we come back, I think that's where you want to go.
Yeah, right? We're going to play some music, guys.
All right.
So tune in.
Stay with us for more. You're on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, and they've got a battery installed in most vehicles. $149.95. Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up this accident over here in Two Rivers, southbound Briley Parkway near Opry Mills Mall. Again, it's not causing a big backup, but it's still over here. Traffic volume is lighter than it normally would be coming up from Antioch, Murfreesboro, Rutherford County into Davidson County on 24 westbound. A lot of folks are off today. Whether you need a new roof repair, roof inspection, anything happening with your roof, call Independent Roofing Specialists today. Why? Because they are the best. Check out irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Sean Dozier. Harshside Senior Living is celebrating our 30th anniversary in November. Harshside is a legacy ministry serving generations of senior adults throughout our community. When I walk through the doors daily, talk with the residents, and see firsthand the dedicated employees, I am reminded of the sacrifice of those who made Harshside what it is today. For more information about our independent or assisted living communities, visit harshsideliving.com.
Designer Carpets in Lebanon is your headquarters for flooring such as carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl, and tile from all of the major manufacturers. Designer Carpets installs luxury waterproof vinyl planks and tiles, and they also do custom shower installations, backsplashes, and tub surrounds. Estimates are free and financing is available. Call Johnny or Rex at 453-3000. In business for decades at 1010 West Main or visit designercarpetsoflebanon.com.
Mount Juliet Plumbing is the company to call it. Mount Juliet Plumbing, we can fix it all. If you have a plumbing problem and you're needing it solved, call Mount Juliet Plumbing today. We will fix it right, the Mount Juliet Plumbing way. We tackle all your plumbing problems. Call the Singing Plumber right now. Give us a call today over at Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection at 615-733-5665.
This is Ray Edwards with Powell & Meadows Insurance Agency. For your home, auto, life, and health insurance, Powell & Meadows can assist you with a plan that's right for you at a price you can afford. We also provide business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, business auto, and workers' compensation, tailor-made for your company. With locations in Lebanon, Carthage, and Lafayette, Powell & Meadows Insurance Agency can start saving you money today. Call 444-7000.
Hey Wilson County, looking for a fun night out? Wilson Rides invites you to Sips and Sounds on Friday, November 15th at the Farm Bureau Expo Center in Lebanon, Tennessee. Enjoy live music and great food, all while supporting a great cause. Every dollar raised helps Wilson Rides provide safe transportation to older adults in Wilson County. VIP experiences, amazing artists, and a night out you won't forget. Get your tickets at wilsonridesinc.org or call 615-622-5557.
We continue here on a Monday morning. Thanks for joining us. Ed Kelly, the Singing Plumber, is with us this morning. And Ed, you've decided the next thing we're going to do is play this particular song. We've played it a time or two. What's the name of it?
It's called I Can't Do This Alone.
All right, we're ready to hear that.
Absolutely. I've been doing lots of thinking, girl, about what's happening in our world. It hasn't been easy lately. Our life has been kind of crazy. Sometimes things aren't black or white, or as simple as day or night, as easy as stop and go. So girl, I think you ought to know, I can't do this alone. Got a lot of weight on my shoulders. These bills are piling up. The weather's getting colder. We all need a little help some days. Nothing wrong with that, it's okay. I can't do this alone. Girl, I think you ought to know. I could throw up my hands and just not give a damn. Let everything fall apart. We could get a fresh start. We could move to Abilene, play our hand down in New Orleans, fly out to Panama. Girl, it's your call. I can't do this alone. Got a lot of weight on my shoulders. These bills are piling up. The weather's getting colder. We all need a little help some days. Nothing wrong with that, it's okay. I can't do this alone. Girl, I think you ought to know. I can't do this alone. Got a lot of weight on my shoulders. These bills are piling up. The weather's getting colder. We all need a little help some days. Nothing wrong with that, it's okay. I can't do this alone. Girl, I think you ought to know. We all need a little help some days. think you ought to know I can't do this alone. Well, I think you ought to know.
All right, that is Ed Kelly, the singing plumber, and Ed, that might be one of your better ones. I kind of like that.
Thank you so much.
We got another one we'll be playing. You want to go right into it, or you want to talk a little bit first?
Let's talk about this one a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I've got some great news. My wife gave birth to our 5th child. He's a boy. His name is Paul. And, you know, part of this song, I wrote this song, you know, about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, about 5 months ago, we sold our house and we bought 15 acres.
Right.
And we planned on building on that 15 acres. And so we have a Class A motorhome that we have been staying in, me and my wife and my 4 kids, and now my 5 kids.
Right.
Anyway, we decided, after having some trouble with the adjacent landowner and Rutherford County building codes, that we're not going to build on that land. So we're now about to put it back up for sale. And we're going to buy some land somewhere else to build on. But, you know...
Did that have something to do with
I think
writing?
so. You know, I don't think I would have been able to write this song if I hadn't have moved out of our big house and kind of lived in a camper for... you know, this time. And, you know, when we bought this land, it was all grown up. It was like a jungle. And there were, I can tell you, I probably got bit by more ticks in a couple of months while we were clearing that land than in my whole life. Mm-hmm. And so, I think, I have to contribute this song to at least the decision that we made to move and buy the land for our kids to kind of have some privacy, you know, because when you get on the road to be becoming famous, there's things you think about that you never thought about before. And I've got little kids, and I worry about their safety and their, you know, it wouldn't be take but one maniac to do something to my kids, and so I kind of have to protect them and kind of, and so that was the whole plan, the whole idea of selling the home that I was perfectly happy with and buying land to build on. Mm-hmm. And but unfortunately, you know, the neighbors are a little bit of a challenge to deal with, and I don't have time to deal with that kind of nonsense. So and the county's been difficult, and so I've already made the decision now to sell it. But hey, you know what? Without buying that land and living on that land for that time, I would have never written this song.
All right, you got another one. You are, as you already said, you're elated at the way things came out election-wise last Tuesday. You had written this song several months ago called "Blame Donald Trump."
Yeah, and I wrote this song because of the local news, actually. Also the mainstream media, but you know, I had gotten back on X. I had been off of social media for a long time, and I decided to get back on X. And all I was seeing in my feed was local news posting articles about how bad Donald Trump was. Even though Joe Biden, we've seen higher inflation we haven't seen this high of inflation in our whole lifetime. And so I started out writing it like a post, and I thought, hey, you know what? This will make a good song. And then it just kind of fell together. So let's listen to that song if we can.
Here it is, "Blame Donald Trump."
Woke up this morning in a good mood. I made a cup of coffee and I turned on the news. This lady started going on about 45. I could tell that she was lying by that look in her eye. So I turned off the TV and headed to my truck. And that's when I hit a spell of bad luck. I spilled coffee coffee on my shirt. Ran out of gas, was late to work. Drains got clogged Thanksgiving Day. Got charged a late fee for a bill I didn't pay. I got blisters on my feet. Biden's inflation's caused my savings to deplete. When my life is in a rut, I blame Donald Trump. I got home this evening in a bad mood. I got a cold drink and I turned on the news. This fella saying great things about 46, knowing that Joe Biden hasn't done. So I turned off the TV and headed to my bed. Fell asleep and dreamed it all over again. I spilled coffee on my shirt, ran out of gas, was late to work. Drains got clogged Thanksgiving Day. Got charged a late fee for a bill I didn't pay. I got blisters on my feet. Biden's inflation's caused my savings to deplete. When my life is in a rut, I blame Donald Trump. Blame Trump, blame Trump. It feels so good to blame Donald Trump. Blame Trump, blame Trump. Every day your life is in a rut. Blame Donald Trump. I spilled coffee on my shirt, ran out of gas, was late to work. Drains got clogged Thanksgiving Day. Got charged a late fee for a bill I didn't pay. I got blisters on my feet. Biden's inflation's caused my savings to deplete. When my life is in a rut, I blame Donald Trump. How about I just blame Santa Claus or the Queen of England? Or the girl next door, maybe her cat. No, you know what? Let me think about it. I think I'll just blame Donald Trump.
All right, that is Ed Kelly, the singing plumber, and Ed, we're out of time. Blame Donald Trump. So we'll see you next month.
All right, Coleman, you have a great one.
And in the meantime, if you need Ed, give him a call, 615-733-5665. MountJulietPlumber.com is where you find him on the website. Have a nice day till tomorrow. I wish you a magnificent day.